Hello everybody, it's Lazel here with another video. In about a minute we will start Fortress War this week, and I thought it would be interesting to do a full live commentary of that. So yeah, stay tuned. But before, we still have to do some other events while we are buffed up. Currently quickly doing the Evil Tyrant here. And I can also put in my formation for our upcoming Brave Valley event. Sadly, I don't have my fast expansion up, but that's something that I can still do later. So here we go for troops. We have to retreat first and then we can put it in again. Go for defend here. And yeah, this is fine for me, at least for the start. Sadly, I don't have my fast expansion for Fortress War this time, but yeah. That should be alright. So I think I will do the video like that. I will make a full live commentary, but if there are any big gaps where really nothing really happens, I think that I will just cut them out. Also, maybe let me know down in the comments below how you think about that, if you want to see full live commentary, even with some silence gaps, I'd say, or silence parts, or if you just want to see me really commenting certain actions and when we are going for some important attacks or something like that. But now we are just about to jump into Fortress War, and we will enter here. I like to enter the smooth mode. I haven't really figured out yet what it really does, but yeah, it's okay. So here we still have a minute to wait, so I will just skip this part here. So we are about to start, and as usual we have some formations prepared for this event. I always have like 4 to 5 different fighting formations, and yeah, so here we go. Just getting started. So I think in this Fortress War it is a very bad time for us, but our alliance thinks, or for our alliance it is important that we diversify our times, so everybody from different time zones gets is able to play like once a month at least. So this is why we often choose different time slots where we calculate with having less activity. So what do we want to do in this Fortress War? I think it's just the usual that I most recently do. Since a few months I am not leading events anymore. I've been doing it for several years and I'm just not really that interested in it anymore, and it also consumes way more time and way more energy during the event. And so I'm just down to, let's say, like being a member of the alliance and not participating in any bigger organization stuff. So here's one of the techniques that back in the days I introduced to the alliance. When you are starting in Fortress War, never go for the castle that is the bridge between you and the alliance next to you, simply because of the reason, what do you get from beating one of these castles? You kill a few NPC enemies and you get a few points, that's great. But if you time it right, you can catch the opponent's alliance here from the side. So you give them the bridge castle between you, and then you time your attacks so that you land after them, so they can kill a few NPCs in there. They stay in it with, like, let's say, I'd say maybe 10 players roundabout, and you land with your whole team. So, and that's a huge advantage of points, and also discouraging the opponent there. As you can see, we are doing it now. Our leader timed it very well and every member played with it. The opponent is going for the bridge castle here, and now they are starting to fight a few NPCs that you don't really care about. They are just a few points, and we are about to land with the whole team. They might be able to retreat with a few members before, but yeah, you can immediately see that they tried to dodge it. But we are just landing with the whole team. A few were a bit faster there, probably some archer players, but now we just landed and we are beating them up. And yeah, this is a technique that back in the days I introduced, and luckily the whole alliance adapted to it because it is very powerful. It gives you a huge boost of points, as you can see from the start. And then we just can use the first scrolls to buff up. So what am I aiming for in this specific one? I guess I will just try to follow as many timed attacks as possible, and I will look out for some good opportunities to go for solo attacks. It is a thing that many players and leaders don't like to see, which I understand for a lot of different reasons. But for me, it also became a lot of way more about fun. And due to the fact that I am a solo player, I will simply go for solo attacks because I think it's fun. It's what makes the game interesting for me. And I will look for opportunities there. Simply as that. So I do understand the point that leaders want the whole team to follow. And I try to focus on that. But I do my solo attacks, or try to time my solo attacks as good as possible to do them when we are not in any stack attack at the moment. So you can see we are trying to go for them. Let's see if we can catch a few guys there. Yeah, just one, sadly, but okay. Leader is doing some calls. We are getting engaged by the opponent's alliance. Got a few points there, that's great. More scrolls to buff up. Do that on a regular basis, it's very important, especially early on. Also in events like 4210, I think our leader means now. I think especially in events like this, it is so important to work with a big march size, so you can. Let's see how many are coming there. That's already too many. I will leave them. Another thing is always leave castles. Simply don't go and defend them. Don't defend castles in Fortress War. Defense, you're always, or in the most cases, on the weaker side. And you also have the problem of the timing thing. Here we have the problem, and I think our opponent will have a big advantage there because we landed first. We will take care of all the NPCs. A few of us might bounce back and get the how is it called? Yeah, but okay, we aren't that many at the moment, and we are getting beaten up apparently. Let's see, yeah. And that's also a thing what I do, what probably a lot of players won't like, but I simply retreat. I don't have that amount of troops to constantly just stay in a fight all the time and let my troops die. I simply don't have that much, even though I have 71 million battle power, but especially when you're focusing on trying some solo attacks, you need your best troops for your solo attacks, and yeah, you really need to conserve your troops and play wisely. So if you see that a battle is lost, which in my opinion is actually easy to see, then retreat and save your troops as good as possible. Everybody should do that in my opinion. But a lot of players, especially with less battle power than me, they always stay in the battle until it really ends, and that's just... It kicks them out of the whole event. They aren't able to participate for the whole duration, and that weakens the overall alliance performance in my opinion. And so I think alliances need to consider to retreat more often and understand that. What I also see is the point that it is very hard to coordinate that. You cannot simply, or it is hard to sit there and do a timed attack, join with the whole team, and also make calls about if it's wise to retreat now or not. That's hard to manage, I totally get that, but if you want to play on a very high professional level, I'd say you need to be able to do so. As I've just said, you need to conserve as many troops as possible, especially in Fortress War, until the end. And in addition to that, you need to be able to hustle those scrolls to buff up, which is very important for your overall fighting performance. So if you see this scenario that you're just losing a battle, everybody should retreat, at least in my opinion, or it's something that should be tested, because after all these years, you see yourself playing, you see where it lacks, and you see that in the last 15 to 20 minutes, it comes to a lack of troops. And then you're just, okay, why does that happen? It's because of the fact that people stay in losing battles until the end. And this is why, in my opinion, you should try to play with more retreats. The retreat cards are actually very expensive, if I remember correctly here, the withdraw cards. I think if you don't have any withdraw cards, it costs 500 gems to retreat, so that's not easy. So look out for them if you find them with any discount somewhere. Because, yeah, you really need it. Here we go for 30 there, but our opponents immediately retreat. Wise move of them. I think here we could go for, when the next gate opens, we could go for a speed attack there. But we will see. First, I also want to buff up a bit more. So I think that I've talked about a few points, and I've lost my point over quick changing topics when the scenario was good. So let's see what else is going on. Oh, not much really. They are stacking us, they are trying to cut us off. Understandable. Really gotta keep an eye on this castle. I think it's interesting. Maybe I will move for it. Oh, alright, already somebody else went and gives it a try. So retreats is definitely a topic, in my opinion. Something that should be talked about at the moment, or alliances simply should consider. It also depends on what type of alliance you are. If you're an alliance that really focuses on Void War, you will always have castles with lower battle power. And by lower battle power, I mean like below 40 to 50 million, depending on which state your kingdom is currently in. Are we winning here? Yeah, we are winning. And yeah, especially then, I think it's important to learn to play with retreats to conserve troops as long as possible. Okay, there we are open again. What do we have here? Nothing really special going on. Trying to get in more scrolls. Here our opponent is playing it very well. They are always trying to leave in time before we land. Going for attacks on us. So we could go there and give it a try, but I think one of our alliance members just went there and got beaten, and I think he's stronger than me, so why go for it? There they are reinforcing. Yeah, I don't really see a good opening right now, but we will go for some when we see them. Alright, let's attack there. Alright, we are way out of the top 100 at the moment. But that's okay. We might get back in there. 45. Nice. That's a good win for us. All right, withdraw, get some more scrolls, and yeah, keep buffing up. Oh, we can't at the moment. Alright, I think I will go for another buff up and then I will boost HP and attack a bit more. And then I can go for more. Reinforcing there, they are leaving, alright. Okay. Better leave there. Yeah, I think we just give it a try here. Let's go for speed attack. Might be fun. Let's see. Oh, alright. That's quite a lot. Especially since they are reinforcing. Yeah, my horses are dying quickly, so we better hit the retreat there before our angels get hit. But we still got a few points out of it, and yeah. Still a 1 KDA there, but just too many troops. Alright, the team followed up. We could go for another speed attack right after, because I don't think that castles like these here are heavily reinforced. Alright, there they are landing. Not many in there. So let's give this one here a try. Lost a few angels in the process, but that's okay. Alright. How many are there? Alright, this is an even battle, but they are also reinforcing with 2 people so far. One of them brought their angels. The other one didn't. There were even more. Oh, that's sad. Oh, and our angels are getting hit pretty heavily. That's sad. Okay, but good reinforcement of our opponent there. They played it fast. I think I want to speed heal my angels. That's also something. I've been saving speed heals for a very long time, and I really like to play with my angels lately. I mean, that's what my castle is built for. It's only built for angel strength and not anything else. So yeah, let's see. I'd wish that we advance a bit more into the map, because the higher the level of the castles that you have occupied, the more scrolls you get over time, and that's really what you need. Alright, got a few buffs there. Though still at the point that we are hunting for points and really looking for it. They are coming over to us pretty heavily. But that's something that I was talking about, that I was expecting, simply because of it's not our preferred time zone. We often lack in activity during this time. So we aren't at our top performance level, definitely. Don't know if we can hold this time, but looks like it. At least a few of us were able to leave the castle before this one gets occupied. Yeah, these time windows are just too big. But okay. We could give it a try and go here with our next speed attack. I think that would be funny. Test out a different opponent there. So yeah, let's give this one a shot. Let's see. And here we have, alright. This battle looks interesting. maybe we can still get some more reinforcements as our opponent don't have any angels. We are usually on the winning side. Okay, there's reinforcement coming. Let's see if they arrive in time, but it doesn't look like it. Seems like they are slow walking. But that's also good for us because it's giving us a different amount of troops that we are still fighting with when they land. Although I do have to say they are probably coming with, okay, just one. Yeah, we can take on it. Take on him. Let's see. Nice. Oh, just mages. This is not a formation that I would recommend, but okay, I guess people are also in the need of points. So yeah, fine for me. I got enough out of it. And yeah, we will go for another march size improvement. Then some normal buffs here. I think I will just leave and get my angels back. I want to be the attacker and not any defender because of my enhancements here on my belt and my accessory. They are made for attacking and not for defending, so no need to play with or to play defense there. Here we got this one report. That was my attack on it. Tier 11, tier 12, that's cool. Good ratio of kills. And here we got the guy that tried to, yeah, tier 11 mages only. Yeah, not a recommended formation, but okay. We're going there again. Let's join this team attack. We are a bit late, but we will see. Maybe our opponent will reinforce and then we can go for the solo castle here again. Let's see. Yeah, that gave us a lot of points. And yeah, that's interesting for us. Are there many? No, not really, but okay. I will try to get a few more scrolls here. That timing is a bit better, as we don't have to wait that long for the attack to happen. That's something that I would recommend every leader out there, or since I've been on both sides. I've been the leader for several years, leader of events for several years, and now that I'm the member and I'm just following orders, I personally find it horrible to see that I need to wait 30 seconds to hit the time of march. I think during an event you can play a bit faster. I see the reason for the time window of like, let's say 10 to 15 seconds, but don't go for anything like 30 seconds or stuff like that. My opinion is just way too long. And yeah, just demotivates the members playing. I think it's very important that you keep your members engaged all the time in what you're doing. So just don't let them wait all the time, because then something happens as it just has happened to me. I'm sitting here, I'm seeing a time, I'm hovering over somewhere else, and I completely missed the time. You need to keep your members engaged in the whole event process. And you do that by keeping them challenged. Just give orders all the time and let them go somewhere. I see the reason of playing more disciplined and coordinated, especially in the last few minutes, when you need to occupy as many castles as possible to hit a high alliance ranking. But yeah, as I've just said, it's also important that you keep your members engaged and also help them to get all of their target goals here, and also to get them to a good individual ranking. That is very important. The rewards of individual ranking shouldn't be forgotten. The alliance ranking rewards aren't the thing to go for, in my opinion. I think it's important to get a very high individual ranking for as many members as possible. And so also keep an eye on that. This is where you get your castle improvement, simple as that. Sure, you also help your whole alliance with a good alliance ranking, but alliance ranking ain't everything. Also go for individual ranking to help your members with those individual rewards. They're just great and improves the castle, and by that also the overall technology. It's very important. All right, here we have our stack. I think we are doing okay. Especially at this time zone, I've seen way worse from the whole setup and how it all works during this time zone. There have been times when we got completely demolished during this time frame because we were playing against way more active alliances during this time frame. But now we are doing okay in my opinion. And 24:30. But somebody's already going, how it looks like. Yeah, we will see. We will see how it turns out. I think I want to keep my pet back. Might need it soon. One there, that's great. Now target goal. And now we have enough resources to speed all over the place. Something that we will definitely do. I think we could go here for a solo attack again. I think that would be funny. Enough cavalry, way more mages this time. Let's go. Let's see who we catch here. Okay. Just one cavalry. Depending on how many come for us now, we will just stay, because I also need to play wisely with the speeds that I have. So we can play a few defenses. We currently still have enough horses and can play like that. Although almost or already 300k wounded, alright. 23:30 again. And that's also something about solo players. I understand why solo players annoy the leaders. I totally get it. I've been there, I understand it. But this is now also a scenario due to the fact that we just do one attack by another and everybody has free marches available. Very sad, very sad. I've been recording the whole time of this Fortress War event, and it's been a great recording. Then my recorder broke and I lost all the footage. But I definitely want to finish this event as I'm having a really, really cool run. Sadly, because my recorder broke, also a lot of my troops got wounded, and especially also my angels, so I will quickly speed heal them to have them available again. Also, I gotta check for my cavalry count, not that great either, so we might want to speed some more cavalry here. Of course, to preserve some more healing speeds, I could also switch to my healing gear, but yeah, okay. We also want to play in time here, so all good. 2:15, we joined there in time, all right. So I've been talking a lot about our time zone in this in the recording that I just lost, but that's okay. So the thing is, the current time zone that we are playing at ain't the best for our alliance, but we want to diversify and change between the time zones that we play from week to week to make it possible for every member of our alliance to play this event at least once a month. So we switch between two different time zones or time frames when you can play the Fortress War event. Currently we're not playing in our most active time frame here, but we're still doing pretty good, and I've also had some fun solo attacks. As I've just said, I sadly got caught while my recorder broke. That was, yeah, not that great, but okay, it just happened. So let's go for the next one. And yeah, there I went a bit early. Well, apparently not, as, oh, okay, that was already the next attack that we wanted to do. And yeah, so let's see, maybe I can find some cool locations where I can go for a solo attack, as that is something that I definitely want to do. I enjoy solo playing, and so I also play solo when I am in these team events. I have been a leader of events for several years, and I know the problem, and I totally understand it when leaders say, yeah, always play with the team and so on, and I totally get it. But I still want to enjoy and test my own limits when I play with my castle, and yeah, I don't have every void or time every void to test it then, so I also do it during these events. And there I have been talking about a scenario that I found very interesting. I have been sitting here in this castle where I got stacked by 20 people, but I was talking about the point income, the scroll income for the event. And my argument is that if you're playing as an alliance and if you're doing just one time attack one by one, I'm missing sometimes here because I'm also focusing on what I'm saying. So, and if you're doing stack attacks just one by one, I personally don't judge solo players anymore. When I know that people have free marches available in Fortress War and I ask them to join a stack with one of their marches, and then they also use the other two remaining marches to go for some solo attacks and maybe occupy a castle that gives us scrolls from time to time. Oh, I just got the information that my recording was still saved. That's great, so I can cut all of this together. And I don't think it's that bad anymore. If you have a good solo player that knows how to play and still goes with the team for all of the stack attacks, then you can be happy about having a good solo player, because they will go for solo hits, they will try to disrupt the map for the opponent, make their whole formation, their whole card setup way more unstable, and by that you also get a castle occupied. And the more castles you have occupied, the more points you get every minute you are in game. With these scrolls you can buff up, you can speed, and so on and so on. And as long as the solo player still plays with the team and is able to still play on his own to disrupt the opponent and occupy castles for additional point income, then that's totally fine for me. That's what I wanted to say. I don't know if I've just said it in my last recording, but you guys will hear it. And I've been really happy that the recording just got saved. Holy, but okay. And yeah. So here we are winning one. Want to go for some more attacks here. Oh yeah, okay, here I need to buy scouts, I get it. And let's see, we are coming to the last 15 minutes, interesting. Because now it's getting hot, I'd say. At some point we also need to occupy more higher castles. But it seems that we have a pretty tough opponent here. I think this TSF alliance is currently holding first place. Are they? Need to check. I don't know. And I honestly don't care as it is really, really far away. So we could go for another solo attack here and just give it a try. I mean, let's go for it. Let's see. Maybe there's still all the players that just kicked me off there. Yep, there are still quite a few. So we better immediately go for the recall here before our angels get hit, but I think they still received a few hits there. 18k, okay, that's something that I can still live with. And still positive KDA ratio against 2.5 million. But yeah, still not happy with that. Let's see. Where are we going? I think here's currently a big battle going on. And there the game crashed. It's something that always happens to me during Fortress War when I've been playing it for the whole duration. At some point it just crashes, but understandable. Okay, we don't have anything occupied. Yeah, okay. We are able now, so we will attack. Last attack we lost. Oh no, this was it. Oh, we also lost here. Oh wow, I didn't follow it. Okay, but it happened. Focusing on what I'm saying and still playing and also doing solo attacks currently challenges me a bit, but we can get it done. What's our individual ranking now? 54, I'd see. Yeah, 54. That's good. Fine for me, especially during this time frame that we are playing in. Okay, somebody of us went way too early again. I don't know how people so often get it done. That's the thing that I don't understand. Like, if it happens to you one time, that's totally fine. Also happened to me probably at some point. But I don't get it why so many people always mess up that time. Especially since we have presets and since the preset settings got reworked again, we have a very, very good setting of always playing with this fixed amount. They are immediately locked red, and you, depending on how you adjust your formation, everything else is still locked. So something, after all these years, I just don't really understand it. But okay, I also see the point when it happens once or twice maybe, but after all these years, you know, you probably have the same problems in your kingdom. All right. So there we go. Another stack there. 11:15. Waiting 15 seconds for an attack. That's really the maximum amount that I want to wait. For some reason somebody's going there. Okay, he just retreated. That's good. And then we have when able. Okay, can go there. Lost a few mages there. Sadly, I slept on some attacks and forgot to retreat, what I just talked about earlier. But okay, at some point it just happens. So okay, here we have a bit of a big army of our opponent. They are not that good at dodging anymore. I mean, neither are we or am I. Cannot speak for the others. All right, we can withdraw from here. And yeah, now it's getting hot. We're in the last 10 minutes. Now it's getting interesting. Okay, where you want to start defending now. $47, that's okay. I'm not planning with a very high individual ranking, especially during this time frame where we are playing at. I'm really interested in your comments of how you think about this Fortress War. I haven't talked much about how we play it, how we prioritize things or stuff like that. And yeah, I'm really interested what you're saying, especially how do you play Fortress War? Like, are you a leader of Fortress War? What are your priorities? What are you looking for? That would be interesting for me. If we would have stayed there, we would have gotten a lot of points there without using any speeds, but I'm just seeing that they are getting pretty much demolished there. Oh, can we still turn it around? Don't want to use my speeds yet, but okay, we are turning it around. That's good. What else do we see? Where else can we get some cool hits in? That was a great defense there. Could place some troops of us in here. Can bring a bit more infantry, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, we will just pack them there. I'm pretty sure the Dax Alliance will definitely go for it. at some point. So I think, do we want to quickly delete all of those? Yeah. Yeah, there they are coming. Let's see if that guy can take us all out. Okay, he's apparently getting some help, but 2 against 5 should be manageable. Let's see. Oh, there they are again. Can we join? Do we want to join? Not enough resources. That's bad, but okay. Okay, we got this. We got this. Yeah, I think we got this. Yeah, and this looks good for us. Nice. Good defense there. Should also be a defense there, at least a 1. Okay, sadly we got bounced off, but that's also still okay. That will make it way harder if we don't want to spend our speeds that we have simply from farming. But let's wait until our march gets back. Then we can reconsider where we want to go next. I'd really like to push for more level 3 castles. Here we can go for and get some points. Just slow roll it with a few tier 10 mages and see what happens. So I prefer to have more front line for the way more important battles that are about to come in a few minutes. We could go for this one. Do we want to try? I mean, I could scout it, but I simply don't want to spend the gems. So, yeah. And let's go. No idea how many there are, but we will find out in a second. Let's see. Ah, that's already a lot, but not many angels. That's good for us. So opponent speeding in. Cannot see it. Okay, and our front line got, yeah. Not that many good hits so far. Yeah, that was a bad one for us. And I won't speed heal any more angels. I've speed healed probably like 4 days already, and yeah, simply not worth it. I mean, what not worth it? I mean, I could still do it, but for what? Okay. People not reading and understanding times. That's bad. Does this also happen to you? That you give a call and your whole alliance immediately speeds in? Okay, we can defend. Going for some kind of a speed attack there. There we send a few more troops there. Defense here. Yeah, you always see like those key castles that you really need to hold and to defend. Always those that connect to way more options for your opponent. Just by holding this one castle, we don't give them the option to go for this castle and this castle. So kind of clear that you have to protect this one. And yeah. Here we have another one. Just attacking with small amounts of troops. That's interesting. We have a few minutes left. Individual ranking is okay. I personally rarely pay attention to alliance ranking, as when I don't have the speeds anymore, I simply don't have the impact to help out in the alliance ranking. There they go for a speed attack there. We're losing, so I will just retreat and send my good troops somewhere else. So this is exactly the argument where you could say, yeah, we want to save as many speeds as possible for the last few minutes, because now I'm sitting here with no scrolls left. I can barely speed to any scenario or to any fight where I would be needed. And I just can slow roll now in the end. And yeah, I could have played the other way around and just slow rolled in the beginning all the time with the team, and here now in the end I could go for stacks and speeds attacks with the alliance. So it always depends on like how much time you have, when you can play, and so on and so on. Let's see, I'm reinforced in there, I'm reinforced in there. Will we get this one back? It feels like it. So I will send an attack there. And we'll hopefully get a place to hold and to reinforce that castle. Let's see. Yeah, we're not doing too bad for this time frame. Usually we are in a way worse spot during this time. 1 minute 40 left. There we have another stack on the bridge castle. Let's see, will we get a spot here? Kind of. That's good. There we have it, nice. Alright, we are in all 3 key castles at the moment. Oh, okay, they got behind it, alright. Now they are able to disrupt us pretty heavily. Working from the inside out. I hope some of us can take it back. But I see a lot of speeding is going on, so that will be interesting. So we are coming to the end of this event, and depending on how the footage looks like, that just got saved and I got the notification of, I will cut all of this together. I have been talking for quite the whole event, I think, so might be interesting for you guys. Let me know what you think about this video. I'd be interested in that, as I just want to know what content interests you guys. And yeah, about all of the topics that I've talked about, I'm always interested in hearing your opinion about it, so let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, I guess we are coming to an end here. And which ranking do we get? Doesn't look that good. Alliance rank 5, yeah, not that great. I think there are 7 ranks that you can get. And yeah, 5th is not the best place, but we are also aware of the fact that this is simply not our best time frame. But overall, yeah. Alright guys, so this is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and then I would say see you in the next one. Goodbye guys.